In the labyrinth of existence where chaos and uncertainty reign, there exists a perilous path, a road that beckons the foolhardy and unknowing. This treacherous route, my fellow wanderers, is none other than the pursuit of unbridled emotions, the unrestrained dance with the whims of fortune. Today, I reveal to you the fastest way to ruin your entire life, a path that, if embraced, leads to inevitable destruction. In the echoing chambers of time, ancient Stoic wisdom emerges as a guiding beacon through the tempest of life's tribulations. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once mused, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." Let this wisdom be the sentinel of your soul as we navigate the turbulent waters of existence. Imagine, if you will, a ship tossed upon the stormy seas. The captain, driven by unchecked desires and passions, allows the tempest to control the helm. Such is the fate of those who succumb to the siren song of destructive emotions. To avoid this perilous voyage, we must embrace the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Visualize, if you can, a vessel navigating tumultuous waters. The leader, propelled by unbridled desires and emotions, surrenders control of the ship's helm to the raging storm. This is the destiny of those ensnared by the alluring melody of ruinous feelings. To avert this hazardous journey, it is imperative to adopt the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. In this intrepid journey, the ship of life confronts furious waves of emotions, each more voracious than the last. The captain, once vulnerable to inner storms, now becomes the master of their own destiny. It's as if, instead of being carried by turbulent waters, they challenge the ocean at every moment, steering the vessel with the reins of serenity. By choosing the virtue of wisdom, we are endowed with an internal beacon capable of dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Clarity of thought becomes the reliable compass, guiding us through uncharted waters with determination and discernment. After all, it is in the storm that the captain's true essence is revealed, not in moments of calm, but in the turbulent seas of adversity. Courage, like a steadfast anchor, prevents the overwhelming waves from dragging us into the abyss. It is the strength that keeps us standing in the face of storms, allowing us to confront the unknown with bravery. With each challenge overcome, the captain strengthens their spirit, shaping themselves into a resilient leader capable of inspiring confidence even in the most apprehensive hearts. Justice, like a guiding star in the night sky, directs our actions in moral darkness. It is the moral compass that prevents us from veering into shadowy paths, reminding us of the importance of treading an ethical course. On the deck of life, justice balances the weight of decisions, ensuring that each choice is guided by fairness and integrity. Lastly, temperance, like the precise rudder, controls our most impulsive inclinations. It is the art of balancing emotions, preventing the destructive impulse of excess from veering us off course. By embracing temperance, the captain shapes not only their own destiny, but also the destiny of those who share the turbulent waters of existence. In this Stoic journey, the ship is not just a vessel, but a metaphor for life itself. The unpredictable ocean symbolizes the endless challenges we face, while the Stoic virtues constitute the sails propelling our progress. As captains of our lives, we are called to navigate with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, challenging the storms to reach the safe harbor of authenticity and fulfillment. In our initiation into this Stoic odyssey, we find guidance from Epictetus, who imparted the wisdom that we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Recognizing that our influence extends not to manipulating the world itself, but to mastering our responses to it, unlocks the shackles that bind us to the impending doom. As we embark on this philosophical voyage, Epictetus becomes our beacon, illuminating the path of resilience. Picture, if you will, the canvas of life painted with circumstances beyond our control. Storms of adversity, waves of uncertainty. Epictetus urges us not to futilely alter the external landscape, but to navigate the tempest within, steering our ship of existence with the rudder of intentional response. Consider for a moment the liberating power in understanding that the external world is an uncontrollable force, akin to the capricious sea. Yet within this realization lies the strength to govern our internal reactions. Epictetus invites us to become the captains of our emotional seas, adjusting our sails of response to weather the most ferocious storms. As we internalize this Stoic principle, the ship of our lives transforms from a vessel battered by the external elements into a resilient craft, gliding atop the waves with purpose. Epictetus, our sage navigator, teaches us that true freedom lies not in altering the course of the wind, but in skillfully adjusting our sails to reach the destination of inner tranquility. This Stoic journey, then, becomes a transformative quest for emotional autonomy. Epictetus, our first guide, hands us the compass of self-control, urging us to navigate the tumultuous waters of life with deliberate, measured responses. In the face of adversity, we discover the untapped power of choosing our reactions, a power that, once harnessed, propels us forward with unwavering determination. So, let us heed Epictetus's counsel as we navigate the unpredictable seas of existence. Embrace the truth that our dominion lies not in altering the external script, but in the artful interpretation of our responses. In the crucible of Stoic philosophy, we forge the resilience to confront the waves, emerging not as victims of circumstance, but as masters of our destinies. Contemplate the perilous force of anger. The Stoic luminary Marcus Aurelius cautioned, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? In the fiery crucible of wrath, reason is immolated, and the flames of destruction engulf both the instigator and the injured party." To dismantle the edifice of one's existence, one need only allow the unchecked reign of anger. As we delve into the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, the destructive potential of anger reveals itself as a relentless tempest within the human psyche. Picture, if you will, the storm clouds gathering on the horizon, each harboring the lightning strikes of resentment and the thunderous roars of unbridled fury. In the heat of anger, reason becomes a casualty, sacrificed on the altar of emotional tumult. Marcus Aurelius, our sagacious sentinel, urges us to recognize the gravity of anger's aftermath, a landscape scorched by the indiscriminate fires of rage. The consequences extend beyond the initial spark, engulfing not only the object of ire, but also the one who wields the destructive flame. In the pursuit of retribution, both aggressor and aggrieved find themselves ensnared in the destructive dance of fury. Consider the profound truth that to ruin one's life, one need not seek external adversaries. The unchecked sovereignty of anger alone is sufficient. It is a self-inflicted tempest that erodes the foundations of rational thought, leaving behind a wasteland where the seeds of regret and remorse take root. In the echoing chambers of Stoic philosophy, we confront the stark reality that anger, if unbridled, becomes the architect of personal downfall. Marcus Aurelius, with the weight of his words, prompts us to stand as vigilant guardians of our emotional fortresses, resisting the intoxicating allure of uncontrolled wrath. As we traverse the emotional landscape, let us carry the admonition of Marcus Aurelius as a shield against the destructive forces of anger. In the crucible of rationality, may we temper the flames, preserving the sanctity of reason and navigating the turbulent seas of emotion with the poise of a Stoic captain. For in the mastery of our responses, we discover the true resilience that shields us from the ruinous consequences of unchecked anger. However, my fellow adventurers, do not succumb to despair. The Stoic journey is one of fortitude, of crafting a formidable shield against the relentless assault of destructive emotions. To forge this shield, we must pay heed to the counsel of the philosopher Seneca, who implored us to set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" In this deliberate embrace of adversity, we unearth the genuine extent of our inner resilience. As we navigate the labyrinth of life's challenges, Seneca emerges as our guiding light, illuminating the path to emotional fortitude. Envision, if you will, the voluntary undertaking of hardship, akin to a pilgrimage into the wilderness of self-discovery. In these chosen trials, we confront the primal fears that reside within, testing the mettle of our inner defenses against the storms of discomfort. Seneca's wisdom becomes a clarion call to redefine our relationship with adversity. Picture for a moment the frugal fare and coarse garments as symbolic crucibles, refining our capacity to endure and adapt. The Stoic shield is not fashioned in the lap of luxury, but in the crucible of voluntary simplicity, where the true nature of our strength is laid bare. In the echoes of Seneca's philosophy, we find the resonance of resilience. To ask oneself, "Is this the condition that I feared?" is to transcend the illusions that fuel our anxieties. It is to recognize that, in the face of voluntary trials, our inner citadel remains unshaken, fortified by the understanding that true strength emanates not from comfort, but from the ability to navigate discomfort with equanimity. So, my fellow voyagers, let us embrace Seneca's challenge with open hearts. In the deliberate choice of simplicity, we fashion the Stoic shield that guards against the destructive onslaught of emotions. In the crucible of self-imposed adversity, we discover an unyielding resilience that transforms us from mere passengers on this journey to masters of our own destinies. For it is in the conscious acceptance of hardship that the true measure of our inner strength is revealed. The Stoic Odyssey is not a solitary quest but a communal endeavor. Together, we ascend beyond the tempest of emotions, unified in our quest for virtue and serenity. The Stoic ethos is a rallying cry, an entreaty to stand side by side against the chaos that endeavors to engulf us. Envision, if you will, a collective ascent, each individual a climber scaling the peaks of inner tranquility. In this shared endeavor, we forge connections that transcend the isolating nature of emotional tumult. The Stoic journey becomes a tapestry woven with threads of mutual support, resilience, and shared wisdom. As we traverse the unpredictable terrain of existence, the Stoic call to arms echoes in our hearts. It is an invocation to fortify ourselves against the storms that threaten our emotional shores. Picture for a moment a united front standing firm, a phalanx of Stoic warriors facing the onslaught of chaotic emotions with a resolute gaze. The Stoic camaraderie is not a passive alliance, but an active engagement. It is a commitment to lend strength to those faltering in the face of adversity, to share the burden of emotional storms, and to celebrate the victories of inner resilience. In this collective ethos, the individual becomes not just a passenger, but an indispensable member of a crew navigating the seas of life. In the symphony of Stoic philosophy, each participant contributes a unique note, harmonizing with others to create a melody of collective strength. The call to stand shoulder to shoulder is an acknowledgement that, in unity, we find the fortitude to withstand the most ferocious emotional tempests. So, let the Stoic journey be a shared expedition. Together, we rise above the tumult, a fellowship bound by the pursuit of virtue and tranquility. In the united front against chaos, we discover that the strength of one becomes the strength of many. The Stoic ethos, then, is not merely a philosophy, but a living testament to the resilience found in collective ascent. In conclusion, my fellow seekers of wisdom, let us wholeheartedly embrace the Stoic revelation. The swiftest route to the ruin of our entire lives is to yield to the capricious winds of unchecked emotions. Through the enduring teachings of Stoicism, we discover the invaluable tools to master ourselves, to skillfully navigate the storm, and to emerge unbroken on the tranquil shores of serenity. As we stand on the precipice of this philosophical journey, let the echo of this revelation reverberate in our hearts. The Stoic path is not an esoteric pursuit, but a pragmatic guide, offering us a compass to navigate the unpredictable seas of life. Picture, if you will, the unchecked emotions as turbulent waves, threatening to capsize the ship of our existence. In embracing Stoic wisdom, we grasp the helm, becoming the captains of our destinies. The Stoic revelation beckons us to examine the consequences of unrestrained emotional turbulence. It is a sobering reminder that, in the maelstrom of unchecked feelings, we risk shipwrecking the very vessel that carries us through the vast ocean of life. Stoicism, with its timeless principles, becomes the sturdy anchor that prevents our lives from being dashed against the rocks of impulsive reactions. Let us carry the torch of Stoic wisdom as we navigate the complexities of our daily lives. It is a beacon that guides us away from the treacherous cliffs of emotional excess, steering us towards the calm waters of rational response. In mastering ourselves, we reclaim the power to dictate the course of our lives, rather than being at the mercy of unpredictable currents. So, my fellow travelers on this philosophical odyssey, let us internalize the Stoic revelation. By harnessing the teachings of self-mastery, we become architects of our destiny. As we navigate the stormy seas, let the resilience of Stoicism be our compass, ensuring that we not only weather the tempest, but emerge triumphant on the shores of serenity. In the crucible of Stoic philosophy, we find not just a philosophy, but a lifeline to navigate the tumultuous journey of existence with grace and resilience. May this philosophical journey ignite a flame within you, urging the embrace of Stoic wisdom to fortify your spirit with enduring resilience. Picture life's challenges as the crucible where strength is forged, not chains of ruin. In the Stoic embrace, uncover the authentic path to a life well lived, navigating the capricious winds of existence with poise. As we sculpt our destinies in the workshop of experience, let the indomitable strength of Stoic principles be our guiding force. Rather than avoiding life's storms, envision resilience as a tempered shield, deflecting arrows of uncertainty. Each trial becomes an opportunity to emerge not weakened but strengthened, your spirit unyielding. So, fellow voyagers, let the crucible of life be the arena where the tempered steel of resilience is crafted. Embrace Stoic wisdom as a steadfast companion on this journey, empowering you to face challenges with grace. In the Stoic embrace, find not only a guide, but a transformative force, shaping a life infused with wisdom, purpose, and enduring resilience.